Hello developers, welcome back. Today I have something very special for you. We are going to dive into the world of CSS and I am going to share with you 5 amazing CSS one-liners. These are simple yet powerful lines of code that can do wonders to your design. So whether you are a seasonal developer or just getting started, stick around because these tips are going to be game changer. Let's get started. So the first one-liner is using drop shadow with filter. Let's see the use case. So this is the simple HTML file where I'm going to demo all the one-liners, and here is a simple image. This is the PNG image, and what I want is the shadow around this image. So if I will go on my style file and simply add the box shadow, then it will not apply like what I want. It will be applied as a box around this image, but because this is a PNG image, I want this shadow to be applied around this image, not like this. So for that we can use drop shadow with filter instead of using the box shadow. And now this is the desired result. It look much better. So the second one-liner is resize. With resize we can make any element resizable. Let's say here we want these two child to be resizable. So for that, in the style of this child we can add resize to both, and for this resize to work you also need to add overflow as auto. Now don't say this is not one liner, just for resize to work we are adding overflow auto. So now let's see, if we come here and we try to resize it, we can resize it. Isn't it cool? So in this way we can resize any HTML elements. And if you want to control the direction, like you want it to be resizable only in horizontal or vertical direction, then you can use here, instead of both you can use here horizontal or vertical. So if you will only use horizontal, then it will be resizable only in horizontal direction. Same for this child as well, because the same class is applied in both of the childs. And if you will use here vertical, then these will be resizable only in a vertical direction. So this was the second one-liner, and the third one-liner is gap. So let's say we have 3 divs, and for this let me give blue color. Okay, so previously I had added gap, so now I removed the gap just for the demo. So as you can see, now in this container we have 3 elements, and these elements are not properly spaced. So if you want to give space, what you can do, you can give child some padding or margin, but the better approach would be giving a gap to this container. So here inside this container you can give gap. So this is the flex container, and if you will give it gap like 20, then it will give gap of 20 between each elements. If you will give it 40, let's say, it will give gap of 40 between each elements. So this is also very cool one-liner that can be helpful, like if you are creating flex grid or flex row or columns. And fourth one-liner is, most probably you are waiting for that, background clip in text. For that, first let's remove these containers and add a h1 tag. I think this is the complete h1 tag inside the container. So now if you will see, this is just a normal CSS is awesome text. I have given some properties here like font size, background clip text, color, transparent. But if you want to use image and clip it in this text, then you can use here URL. So you can use URL and give the image URL, and that image will be applied to this complete text. So let's see, it is very cool. So blue, and I'm going to paste a image URL here, and as you can see, because this image was a GIF image, now our complete text is animating. And for this to work, first you need to understand something like we need to give this background clip as text and color to transparent, because if you will not give this, let's say if we will not give color transparent, so by default there will be black color or something like this. Is the normal text. But if you want to use the background clip text, then you need to make it color transparent and background blue and then the URL. And this blue is because once this image is loading, then you can use this color to display the text, otherwise it will not be visible. So for that purpose we are using this blue color here. And with the image, you can use any image, any animated image or any JPG or PNG image, so it will look very cool. So this is one of my favorite. And with fifth and today's last one-liner, you can make image cover the entire element. So generally when we give image in the background, it doesn't cover the entire element, so this one-liner will help there. For this, let me give background in the complete body itself. So here I'm going to give background, and I will give here, let's say, URL. I want some image background here, and I'm going to copy this URL here. Okay, so as you can see now it is being repeated. So first let's give here no repeat, and now you can see this image is not covering the entire element. So in our case it is the entire body, for your case it can be any particular div or anything. So to make it cover the entire element or entire body, what we can do is here we can write center. So first it will come to center, and then here we can write center by cover, and boom, this image covered the entire background. So these were the 5 awesome CSS one-liners. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Feel free to like and subscribe.